more on this, we're joined by the author of that letter, Ilhan Kyuchyuk. Ilhan, tell us what you think more could be done. What is lacking in Europe's response?
Well, I think Europe should secure a lot of assistance, and we are urging the European Commission and, in general, the European public opinion that Europe should create a special EU assistance funds. Together with the donor conference, this should be the basis for helping immediately Turkey and Syria. It's a matter of humanism that we provide strong support to Turkey and Syria in these difficult times. Solidarity and sympathy must prevail because humanity must prevail. I know a lot of people like to talk about politics, but in these difficult times for the world, I don't want to talk about politics or geopolitics. I want to talk about human beings. I want to applaud all those thousands of EU rescuers, volunteers that are fighting for miracles from the ground, and also call for a mobilization of Europe's civil society. For each European citizen to help people in Turkey and Syria are grieving and they are trying to survive without homes and sanitary. They need blankets, generators, warm clothes. They need our support. And Europe can do more. Europe can do much more, and we can do it this together with the citizens of European Union.
Well, it doesn't seem like politics have gotten in the way in any cases, right? I mean, we've seen Turkey's own neighbor, Greece, with which they've had some really tense relations before this, step up and have these joint appearances between the foreign ministers and, express a lot of unity in the face of disaster.
Absolutely. What we witnessed recently during this enormous tragedy for Turkey and Syria is an exemplary neighborly relationship with Turkey and Greece, but also the world is there. The world is supporting Turkey and Syria, and I wanna send this message of humanity, but also the political leadership that we should do more. We should do more when there is needed. Because togetherness in times of sorrow is everything, and I strongly believe in that particular message.
Yeah, and because we have seen, I guess you could always say that more could be done, but we did see an immediate response from many of these countries, which are suffering from their own deep economic crises, in some cases worse than others. And they've also had to deal with the huge influx of people coming from the war in Ukraine. So the fact that they have stepped up very quickly, does that translate, do you think, into better relationships between Turkey and its EU neighbors?
Certainly, I was one of those advocating for stronger ties between European Union and Turkey, and I see a lot of benefits in cooperation, be it on visa liberalization or upgraded customs union, or I think even more people to people contact between universities, between cultural organizations, institutions. These are important moments, but particularly this deep crisis, this severe earthquake that hit Turkey, I think is bringing more rationale in European, but also Turkish politics. Uh, it's a message that we need each other. We are neighbors, and we should mobilize all our effort in fighting global challenges and fighting disasters and severe earthquakes like we are having now.
Okay, so when you wrote your letter, what else was in it? Did you ask for specific means of assistance or just more in general?
More in general, but my ideas are coming together with colleagues, of course, in a more precise way. And I listed at least two of them as special EU assistance fund. We need a special EU assistance fund now. We have to start creating the architecture of the fund, and also we have to mobilize all our efforts. The political parties here, I'm representing the liberals, but also the Christian Democrats and social democrats, to mobilize efforts around the donors conference. We can play an important role in order to bring more donors, important countries, non-governmental actors to help Turkey and Syria in these difficult times.
All right, Ilhan Kyuchyuk, really good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.